I want to say a very, very warm welcome to all of you here to iMoot, and to Hideto, I want to say konnichiwa, iMoot yokoso, and I hope I pronounced this roughly correctly so that you understood. You're smiling, that means you got me. That's fine, excellent. Hideto is joining us from Japan. Hideto is going to talk about how he started a community to support Moodle. He started in 2004 with a finance drive in Japan, which eventually led up to the creation of the Moodle Users Association. And he's going to let us know, well, the different steps it took to build up this huge Moodle movement, which makes sure that our Moodle has got a proper and basic financial basis, together with the Moodle Partner Network and donations coming in as well. So we're very grateful to have you here as the keynote speaker. Thank you so much, and I'll shut up and hand over to you.
Thank you very much for kind introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm Hideto Harashima. Today, I feel very, very honored to be selected as one of the keynote speakers. This is I don't think I deserve this, but since I've been chosen, I will do my best and make my speech clear and easy to follow as much as possible. Okay, all right. All right, do you hear me well? All right, okay. Today I will share my experience with the audience, how I walked through this narrow path, difficult path, a trail of building the community to support Moodle. Okay. Let's begin. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm a professor of English and Linguistics at Maebashi Institute of Technology. And many of you might be wondering where Maebashi is in Japan. And this is where I am now, the city of Maebashi, in the middle of the main island of Japan, Honshu. It's right in the middle of Japan. BBB, big belly button of Japan. Okay. And beside being a professor, I've been wearing two other hats. One being the president of Moodle Association of Japan. I've been presiding over this organization for the last 7 years, and I just quit. I just retired from being the president about 50 days ago. Yeah, 50 days ago I retired. So technically speaking, I'm not the president anymore, but I've been deeply involved in the bearing of this organization. And also I am one of the 10-member steering committee of Moodle Users Association. I think everybody knows what Moodle Users Association. Okay. So I will talk about it later. Okay. So this is what I am. This is my family. This is me and my family. In the middle is my daughter, Irene, who is 21 years old now. And later I will talk about her. So please remember her. Her name is Irene. And my wife, Keiko. Okay, let's begin with my history with Moodle. First Moodle encounter. Well, I started using Moodle back in 2004. In this year, I was using Blackboard and WebCT and other LMSs, but I had never been satisfied with these commercial systems. For the biggest reason is they are so expensive. Right? But I heard about Moodle, which is a open source LMS, and I thought that was wonderful. I thought I should try this Moodle thing myself, but I didn't know how to use Moodle. I didn't know how to install the system to my server even. So what I did was I asked Martin Dugiamas to install Moodle into my server. But Martin was stranger to me. Martin lives in Australia and I live in Japan. How did I get to know Martin? Well, that may be a mystery, okay? This was what I did. I sent 100 Australian dollars to Martin from Japan to Australia. That's what I did. I really desired to use Moodle. And immediately, Martin wrote me an email and said, "Hey, who are you? What is this? What is this money for? $100. And I told him, "Hey, Martin, I'm Hideto. I sent the money because I heard a rumor that by $100, Martin Duguemas will be installing Moodle to whichever the server we specify." And he told me, "Wow, that's just a rumor. I don't do that anymore." But I asked him, I begged him, "Please install Moodle to my server," and he yielded, and he took the trouble of installing Moodle to my server. That's how I started using Moodle. I feel so grateful for Martin. He was so kind. So I started using Moodle, and since this year, I started doing a Moodle workshop. The first Moodle workshop I did with Martin and other Moodlers was December 2004 in Singapore. So we flew to Singapore to offer a series of Moodle workshops to the local people. And this is a picture we took there and then. We were very young at that time. And since then, I have been giving a number of Moodle workshops around Japan. I don't remember how many times I talked about Moodle in various kinds of workshops and conferences. But in that first Moodle workshop in Singapore, right after the workshop, I sat down with one of my Moodle friends, a very good friend of mine, Professor Don Hinkleman from Sapporo Gakuin University, and Martin. Martin, Don, and I, three of us, sat together at the table and we discussed the future course of Moodle. Don and I, wanted to really help Moodle grow and prosper. And Don and I put our heads together and we discussed how we can help support Moodle financially and resource wise. And we came up with an idea. Okay, why don't we start a campaign, fundraising campaign to help Moodle? And we offered this idea to Martin, and Martin told us, that may be a good idea. Why don't you guys go ahead and start this campaign and I will help you. So we began, Dawn and I began this fundraising campaign called Irene Baton campaign. Remember the name Irene? Who is Irene? Yes, my daughter. Irene Baton campaign began in January 2005 and lasted until September 2008. So nearly 4 years, we repeated this campaign each year. What we did in this campaign was we appealed to Moodlers all over the world using Moodle headquarter forum and asked for donations. People, please donate money in order to help Moodle. And if you donate US $50 or more, you can get these three things. So since the start of this campaign, the record of donors from around the world, the record or information, the names and addresses of these donors were kept being sent to my email account from Moodle headquarters. Okay? And I read all these email messages, and I told my daughter to write a letter to each one of these donors, supporters. And this is the letter my daughter wrote at that time. See, this is she when she was 9 or 10 years old. And she's saying, hi, I am Irene Harashima. And this picture shows how she was eagerly cranking out these tin buttons every day, like a slave labor. No, I didn't force her to do this. She was enjoying making hundreds of these Irene buttons. And she signed off here, and she sent out this letter together with Irene button, which I have here. Yes, this is the real one. This is real button, Irene button. Okay. I support Moodle and Moodle Magnet. So Irene sent out these things and a letter to donors from around the world. Okay, for the 3 years and 8 months, Irene sent out buttons and letters to as many as 322 donors around the world. So this was the first endeavor I got engaged in. And Dawn and I worked very hard to raise awareness in the need of supporting Moodle financially. And I think this was a success. We achieved something in this campaign. But we realized something. There were only 4 to 5 Japanese donors among these 300 plus people. And we wondered why. Why is it so? Are Japanese people stingy? No, we don't think so. First of all, at that time, there were a very small number of people using Moodle in Japan. And also, the Moodle system was not perfectly compatible with Japanese language. So it was not easy for Japanese Moodlers to use Moodle in Japanese language environment. So that's part of the reason. But we, Dawn and I, put our heads together and discussed why. And we came to a conclusion. Donations are not part of Japanese culture. Yeah, this is the main reason. We Japanese are not familiar with donations. If it were Western countries or Christian countries, those Christians are used to go to churches, morning services on Sunday morning, and they freely give away tithes and offerings, right? And they chip in money when they encounter street musicians on the street. Right? And when they go to restaurants, they tip, servers. And when they take taxis, they tip the taxi driver. So tipping, or donation, offerings, tithes, chipping in, these are part of Western culture, but none of these are popular in Japan. We don't do that. We consider tipping a kind of insult to people because we take pride in our jobs. We are proud of doing our jobs. Why give me a small amount of money? Is it a cause of mercy? No way, we don't need that. But membership fees are more common. It's rooted in Japanese culture. It's an accepted channel of giving and gathering money. So we take notice of this. We Japanese have a strong sense of, belongingness. We want to belong to a group. Japanese are group-oriented people. We want to be part of a group or organization. We want to be a member of a group of people. We try our best to be able to part of the group in harmony. Harmony is really important value in Japan. And we don't want to be a black sheep or odd one out. So we thought maybe we should make the most of this membership idea into Moodle supporter group. We need a more systematic way of raising funds for Moodle by using membership system. Aha, we came up with this idea. Okay. In the meantime, there were no Moodle Moose in Japan. We wanted to have Moodle Moose, but there are no such things in Japan. We needed one, but who would organize them? It's a big undertaking, and nobody would want to organize Moodle Moose in Japan. We asked a couple of Moodle partners. Actually, there were only 2 Moodle partners in Japan that time, but none of those partners were interested in, willing to organize a Moot. So we were at a loss. But finally, in the year 2009, first Moodle Moot Japan was organized by a group, a handful of volunteer teachers. And these 2 pictures are from that very first national Moot in Hakodate, Hokkaido. And look at this picture. As many as 50 people gathered for this very first national Moodle Moot. And during the Moot, we had many discussions and brainstormings. This is taken from one of the brainstorming sessions, and we discussed what is the greatest need for the future of Moodle back in 2009, this was. And a lot of great ideas were brought up, and they are recorded on this whiteboard. And we wanted to realize each one of these good ideas. And finally, at the end of the second Moodle Moot, we had a general assembly, general meeting of all the participants, the whole member general meeting. And we spent hours on discussion on the need of these things. We realized that we are in need of these things. For one thing, a stable body to undertake the job of holding a Moot every year. Okay, yeah, it's a big undertaking. Okay. Second, we need a system of raising funds steadily for the Moodle Trust or Moodle headquarters by collecting membership fees. Yes, remember membership fees? We are willing to give away membership fees for a good cause. Okay. And 3, a publicity team to promote Moodle in Japan. Yes, we need a group of people who can educate people and who can let people know how good Moodle is for education. But 4, we need workshop leaders to educate Moodle newbies. Yeah, Moodle newbies are not familiar to Moodle, which is a foreign system. So we have to be careful about training these people who are new to Moodle system. 5, we need a community where people can exchange ideas for best practices, new information, and research and development in Japanese language. Yes, there is a central Moodle site, Moodle.org site, and there are lots of forums there, but many of the forums are run in English. But we need a place where we can get together and discuss things around Moodle in Japanese language. 6, we need a channel that connect Moodlers in Japan and Moodle HQ. Yes, we need something like a go-between or liaison, a moderator who can go between all these Japanese Moodle users and Moodle HQ in Australia. Somebody who can understand both Japanese language and English and coordinate both these two parties. Yes, we realized we have all these needs, and all these different needs are boiled down into one idea that we need a Moodle association. Yes, we need an association to do all these, things. And then we selected a group of promoters, for early members. I think we selected a little more than 10 people, and these 10 people chose me as a leader, and we started getting preparation for the establishment of an association 1 year ahead. And we started creating our website and treasurer business, and we created our constitution and bylaws and registration system to Moodle Moods and membership system and all that kind of things. It all took 1 year of endeavor. Finally, in the year 2011, Moodle Association of Japan was launched in the city of Kochi with 200 attendees from all over Japan, including Martin Dugianas. Yes, he took a trouble of flying all the way to Japan to join us. It was an honor. And I was elected as the first president of the association in a general meeting. Martin was there in the meeting to supervise the meeting, and he acknowledged and accepted our constitution and bylaws as legitimate and acceptable to him. Thank you, Martin. Oops, what did I do? And these are the purposes of our organization. Purpose number 1, to promote the use of Moodle in Japan, to create a community for Japanese Moodlers to exchange information, to promote research and development of Moodle, to disseminate good practices of teaching with Moodle and educational materials, to help support Moodle headquarters financially, and to plan and administer the annual Moodle Moot Japan. Yes, these are our purposes. Okay. And this is our web page. Moodle Moot Japan 2017 just finished. Okay, but it still stays on the front page. All right, from now on, let me explain to you. Let me introduce to you what we do in Moodle Association of Japan. We do many, many things. The first thing we do is annual national Moodle Moot. Yes, we plan and administer Moodle Moot by ourselves. And our Moot has become one of the official Moodle Moots. Okay. Last year, I flew to London and met with Martin again, and we exchanged a letter of agreement on official Moodle Moot. Okay. From this time on, Japanese Moot were considered official, one of the official Moodle Moots. And our Moodle Moot is very special, if I may say so. Well, I'm very proud of our Moot, which is unique with lots of these features that may not be found in other Moots around the world. Okay. I'll explain these things to you one by one. First of all, we invite 2 to 4 keynote and featured speakers from abroad or domestically, and nothing special about these. Well, yeah, they are special, but other Moots are doing the same thing. And we videotape each one of these speeches and broadcast through YouTube channel. Next, we offer 50 or more presentations and case studies done by members. Yeah, there are so many presentations. Many of them are research-oriented, research-based papers, academic papers, and many others are very practical idea presentations that participants can take home and apply them to their lessons the following day. Very practical presentations. Okay, and I just love those presentations, and Martin and Michael Durad and those people who came to Japan are very impressed by the quality of these presentations. And the third thing we do is a dozen hands-on workshops. Yes, we are so proud of these. Our Moot is 3-day Moot. We take 3 days for our Moots, and the very first day is dedicated to nothing but workshops. We secure usually 4 big computer rooms and offer 12 workshop sessions, which are all hands-on, and they are categorized into novice and intermediate and advanced. And they're all done on different topics. And there's a variety of 90-minute workshops to be offered on the first day. And these workshops are free to local teachers and members of Board of Education, because we are interested in educating people. Our association is made for educating Japanese people with Moodle. So we offer these workshops free of charge to the local teachers. We want to raise awareness of Moodle through these workshops. That's a wonderful thing, we think. And Showcase. Showcase is an electronic poster sessions. Genius Bar. Well, yes, this is very unique to ours. The 2 days of Moodle Moot, we set up Genius Bar, where computer savvy members of us, these tech people, sit down at the bar and wait for people to come by for consultation, and they give technical advice to all these people who are in need of such help. And these people coming by are so appreciative of the help and advice they receive from these geniuses for free. Yes, this is free. We don't charge money. And in addition to technical help, we offer administrative help as well. Some people come by and consult how we can persuade administrators at schools to consent with the idea of installing Moodle as the main e-learning system. So through our experiences, we give advices to those people. Wonderful. Next thing is commercial display booth. Yes, we have 10 to 20 sponsor companies, and they are categorized into silver sponsor, gold sponsor, and platinum sponsors. And they give out booths and display tables according to how much they contribute to the association. Right? And they're popular. Okay. Lastly, reception party. Yeah, this is a fun event of networking of like-minded people. So really enjoy talking, drinking, eating food together. It's not one of those gala dinner. It's not very gorgeous. It's only a standing party. But nonetheless, we enjoy, and we only pay like, $40. So how can you complain? And this whole Moodle Japan is really reasonably priced. The registration fee is only $90 US, very reasonable. So if you're interested, come over to Japan and participate in this mood. The second thing we do is chapter-sponsored workshops. We have 3 chapters across Japan: Hokkaido chapter, Tokyo chapter, and Osaka chapter. They are like branches of our association. And they hold monthly or bi-monthly meetings at each chapter. And maybe once a year, they hold special events, such as this. This is an example of Hokkaido Moodle Summer Workshop, which is going to be held during the summer this year at Sapporo Gakuen University. And this is a nice occasion when we can enjoy all these Moodle training for 2 days for free. Yes, this whole workshop event, 2-day workshop, is free of charge. No money. We don't ask for money. We do this to educate people. Okay? And you can enjoy the cool weather, cool atmosphere of Hokkaido. The third thing we do is course sharing using MAJ Hub. This is the web page screenshot, Moodle Japan Hub. Okay. This is a repository kind of thing. Okay. This is where people get together and offer their online courses freely, and we exchange those online courses in a barter system. Yes, it's a barter. You give away one course and you can get one course to you. Okay? It's a barter point system. And the more you contribute to this hub, the more points you can get from the system with which you can acquire online courses. And every year, a group of judges scrutinize these courses and ask for members to vote on the best open coursewares. And the 3 best courses get awards from our association. What a wonderful thought. The fourth thing we do is research and development grants. Every year, MAJ gives away grant money to projects that may benefit the Moodle users, especially in Japan. So every year, 4 to 8 people get this grant money to develop new plugins and blogs and little tweakings. And we spent about $5,000 on this. Next thing we do is awards giving. Okay. And there are 2 kinds of awards we give away. One is Best Open Course Awards. Remember that MAJ Hub? So we give away these certificates and little presents to these winners who offered very good open courseware. Okay. And the other awards are Best Moodle Innovation Awards. We give awards to people who developed new plugins or blogs which are beneficial to Moodle users with certificates and little presents. And these pictures are taken in one of the winning awards giveaway ceremony at Moodle Moots. Okay. Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity for members to appreciate. The sixth thing we do is publication of ISSN numbered proceedings. Yes, after each Moodle Moot, at around this time of the year, we call for papers and articles, and people sending these papers and articles in to us, and these select papers are put into the form of a proceeding, form of a book, right? And this proceedings is separated into two categories. One is a selected paper category. We have a board of reviewers, referees, and they read the papers and discuss and decide on the high quality selected paper and label them as refereed papers. And the second category is a general category. Almost anybody can, contribute their articles and papers to this proceedings. And this proceedings go online, and we are offering this through our website. And anybody can, get this downloaded and read those papers. It's open access. So we are generous about educating people, not only Japan, but around the world. The next thing we do is, of course, financial support to Moodle HQ. Yeah, this is our main cause. This is the main thing. We put our goodwill together. So until 2015, we've been sending donations directly to Moodle Trust or Moodle HQ. But since 2016, when MUA, Moodle User Association, was established, we redirected our donation to MUA in the form of gold membership fees. Okay? But gold membership fee does not have a ceiling. The gold membership fee is $10,000 plus, which means it's not a fixed price. You can pay as much money as you want for the membership. That's what this plus means here. Right? So last year we paid $19,000, which is about double the amount of this $10,000. Right? And we are proud of it. And we are happy to donate that amount of money for the good cause of supporting Moodle. And we want other people to follow suit. This is a picture taken at one of our Moodle Moots 2011, when we invited Martin, and in the closing ceremony, we called Martin up on the stage, and we did this check handover ceremony. Don Hinkelman and I handed this big check of donation to Martin as a pause of a good gesture. And Martin looks very happy with us. And since this time, we keep sending money increasingly to Moodle headquarters and MUA. So I'm really proud of Moodle Association of Japan, and I really love it. And there are a number of reasons to love Moodle Association of Japan. But lastly, let me mention this. One thing I really love about Moodle Association of Japan is how we, the members of executive board member, discuss things in the forum. This is a screenshot of a board member forum posts. Most members on the board post messages in 2 languages, the same message in English and Japanese. So we are considerate to linguistic minorities. We are aware of cultural differences and linguistic differences and personal differences, and we take troubles of helping and being considerate to these linguistic minorities. And I'm very proud of my board members who are doing this. It's not part of our rules, but people voluntarily do this, and I like this, this spirit of helping each other and caring about each other. Okay, so this Moodle Association of Japan was the second endeavor I took to support Moodle. And lastly, I will introduce to you the third endeavor I got involved in. That is Moodle User Association, or MUA. Okay? We all know about this, right? Okay. And I believe this MUA was a product which was born out of inspiration Martin received from us, Moodle Association of Japan. I want to believe so. Martin came over to Japan several times, and Martin and I had several occasions of discussing things. And one time, Martin told me by saying that, "Hey, Hideto, I'm very, very impressed by what you guys are doing in Japan. People in Japan are doing wonderful things in this association, and how they run Moodle Moose are very impressive." And he said, "I want to do similar things in much wider magnitude and wider scale. I want to take this idea of association and apply to a international level. I want to create international Moodle association. And this membership system is a wonderful idea," he said. By adopting this membership system, we can have 3 channels of revenue to Moodle headquarters. The first one is dues coming from Moodle official partners around the world. The second revenue is free donations from individuals and institutions. And a third channel of revenue is this membership. By creating International Moodle Users Association, we can have stable channel of revenue, which is good to help Moodle headquarters, and how Martin planned a roadmap to the future. Okay? So I have a pride that our practice inspired Martin into creating this organization, MUA. Okay? And MUA started December 2015. Early committee members were appointed, and of course, I was one of the early members. And we discussed how we can, launch this organization. And January 2016, last year, it was open to the world membership. And over here, you see a current list of steering committee members. Stephen Powell taking the lead as the president. He is doing a good job. What MUA does is already known to many people. There are 2 project development cycles going around each year, and we, select and choose the best project which can be adopted into the core of Moodle. And we are in the selecting process of the first cycle 2017 right now. And we are discussing to offer webinars, education programs of MUA. We haven't started this yet, but we will soon get at it. Also, we are discussing to start town meetings or town hall meetings around the world. We divide the world into 2 time zones, and in each time zone, people get together online, and we committee members will let people's voice heard by Moodle headquarters. We put Moodle headquarters and regular membership together in this town hall meetings. This is a new project, a new endeavor we do. And there are some things I want to see in MUA. One is more educational programs. Yes, right now, what we are discussing is mostly technical stuff. Technically, what functions can we add to Moodle? And since I'm not a technical person, I feel I feel out of the circle. I don't think I belong to the discussion. So I need more educational programs in there. Also, I want to see more regional community building, just like we built Moodle Association of Japan, which is like a branch, which is like a chapter of Worldwide Moodle User Association. I want to see many other national communities, national branches of the Moodle Association, User Association. And in these national associations, I think people can, propose ideas, new ideas, and donations and money and anything in their, in their language community. So people in a country whose national language or official language is not English, I want to encourage those people to have their own, association or groups, and they should, gather ideas, and through those national associations, they will deliver those ideas and money to Moodle headquarters or MUA. Lastly, I want to see more cultural awareness among MUA. Since MUA is an international community, we want to be considerate to cultural differences and character differences and language differences, all that kind of variety or diversity of people. And that's what I'm expecting to see in MUA. Okay, it's about time. I talked maybe too much. I thought I talked too long, maybe. And thank you very much for joining me. And these are mainly 3 things I got myself involved in the effort of supporting Moodle. And I want you all to join me in the same direction. Please stand up in wherever you are and put your efforts together, goodwill together for the good cause of supporting Moodle any way you can. Okay, this is my last statement. This has been a long, rough, yet rewarding trail of building the community to support Moodle. I hope a lot of people join me in the work of this community building. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Now back to the moderator.
Thank you so much, Hideto. That was excellent. I'll try Japanese again. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. If there are any questions, feel free, if you are collected with a microphone, to ask them using your voice. Otherwise, you can type. Thank you so much. I can just say that I found it interesting to see the path in how you created a thorough funding system for Moodle in Japan, and that led to the Moodle User Association, but also all the little things I found out about Japanese culture. So it's been very rewarding in both ways, finding out about the Moodle Users Association of Japan, but also all the little things you told us and the background for the need to actually create a user association. That was very, very interesting. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.